Hello there, welcome to my new video with 10 tips and tricks which will make your life easier in Necesse. It's all over the board, which covers many aspects of the game, and I really hope that some of these things will help to enjoy your game a little bit more, because this game is really a wonderful one. So number one, wild bushes and fruit trees. Gather them and set them up in your city for a source of free food. Especially in the early game, gathering blueberries and blackberries and whatnot from the vicinity around you is a really easy way of getting yourself a sustainable food income without having even to go underground. This means you can build up your settlement really quickly, as you have a sustainable source of food right off the bat. It will be gathered automatically via farming. You just need to plant them down, and that's that. Super easy. Number two, when you're recruiting people in your city, avoid recruiting villagers, because these are basically the worst that you can get. Unlike every other person, they have no special ability. Every other person has extra jobs which they can do, like the farmer or the animal keeper, or they offer specific services, like the mages, the blacksmiths, the adventurers, and such. The really premium people here in my personal book are anglers, miners, and adventurers, as you can send these off to just gather stuff for you, which automates ore income, resource income from the dungeons, and fish, which is really important, especially the later you go into the game. All the other jobs are cool as well, though. Number three, money is awesome, but you can't have too much of it. So you get coins at all points of the game. These, they never grow old. You might think that you have bought everything at some point. That might be true, but the mages offer you enchanting services. The miners, anglers, and adventurers cost you money. There's always some sink for that, and therefore producing lots of stuff to invest it into a pawnbroker, well, there's never anything wrong with that. So if you want to go factory city, you won't regret that, because with money you can power up yourself in many ways, or just automate your resource income even further. It's either way. Don't think that you could ever have too much money. If you have that feeling, just look for something where you can spend it. Number four, whatever seems tedious to you, go and automate it. For example, composting and smelting stuff. For me, I freaking hate it. So you can just automate these at your own hometown, and get yourself your villagers doing that. You can add any recipe and tell them to do this forever, and then they will just grab that stuff out of any open public chest. The icon for that sits there, and then they'll just smelter it for you. Put fuel into one public chest, they'll refuel that. Same goes for the compost bins. I hate doing that manually. Or the mills. There's lots of little tedious jobs that you can and should automate, and I think this is one of the strongest venues of the automation feature. I think many other things are more complicated, like automating your cooking and I don't know, there are crafting processes that you could automate, but don't need to, in my humble opinion. Especially those that run on a timer are the most important ones. Number five, Pilfer wherever you stand down below. Especially furniture from villages, it also works, because at the end of the day, if you are building a somewhat large village, you will need lots of rooms to avoid situations like these. Here we have a barracks situation, which sucks. Your people will hate that. My people here hate me for that. And you have to furnish tons of rooms. And the stuff that you can find underground, it's just furnishing for your room. So if you are not up to crafting everything yourself at the carpenter's bench, and if you're not down to collecting dozens of different wood types and whatnot, you can just feel free to grab it from downstairs and go for it. You'll also be able to grab workbenches and stuff from there. And given the fact how much stuff you need to build if you want to create a really fully fledged colony, I think it is an absolutely viable playstyle to just pick up stuff from down below to use it for your city afterwards. By all means, if it doesn't feel right for you because you want to create everything yourself, you want to grow the trees yourself, you make your furniture out of it, I get that. I just want to open it up as an option that really pays off efficiency-wise. Number 6, trinkets and stuff that you loot from down below is basically mandatory and fascinatingly deep. So items that you loot, especially those trinkets, let me show you. That chain shirt is a crafted one. They can often be combined into something else. So all the trinkets that you find all over the world are, as a matter of fact, very, very valuable ingredients that you should not sleep on. Especially the cave items, the treasures area here, which you can loot. It is worth it to go to search at least for all the trinkets. It is debatable if you really need all the weapons and whatnot you can find down there, but the trinkets often are ingredients for other combinations, and it really is annoying if you can't craft certain powerful trinket because you've been lacking a certain part. These upgrades, they are stupidly powerful. To give you an impression here about it, check out this Mesmer tablet. +1 max summons, surely a nice thing, but upgraded with an inducing amulet, you get an increase of 100% in terms of summon quantity, and your summons even go faster. This is just one example of how freaking powerful these trinket upgrades can go. So altogether, I really can't stress it out enough. It is massive how much power you can gain out of trinkets and trinket upgrades. Therefore, pilfer those undergrounds and farm those bosses. Those bosses always have some items that, for example, let's show it here, I think on this account, yeah, it looks like this. So for example, the Swamp Guardian still has one trinket for me open. Very important to farm these out, in my humble opinion, as some of these can give you really big advantages for the progression down below. Number 7, potions become better and better the further you progress through the game. The stuff that you loot in these barrels and all the stuff that you're roaming around, this here, the buff stuff there, is really, 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 really cool when you're going for boss hunts. I personally stock up on all those juices for just farming down the bosses because I want to have the items. And once you're getting closer to the second tier of content, I don't want to spoil it here too much, there will be even another tier of potions that are even more amazing. Either way, I want to boil down, get yourself those alchemics, sunflowers, fire flowers, ice flowers, and farm them and keep them safe. Also, the fishers are absolutely necessary for the fishes because many potions can only be crafted out of certain fishes. I mean, if you love the fishing, go for it yourself. I personally hate it. You just stand around and doing nothing except for waiting for the animation to blob. I don't like that. So, that being said, potions are really, really important for the later stages of the game. It really eases up, and if you find things difficult, albeit you're using good gear and all, check out potions. If you might be sleeping on those, they're really, really powerful. Number 8, it's worth rushing content-wise to the Pirate King. So the content progression chain is always that the elder sends you to kill off another boss, and he sends you to the next biome to kill off another boss, and so on and so forth. It's really worth rushing towards the point where you kill off the pirate captain, and then take it slow from there. Because once you've killed off the pirate captain, you have basically unlocked, I would say, like 60 to 70% of what would ever come for your city building scheme, and you have a good, and you have access to all of the settlers. You can even recruit the pawnbroker from the, or no, it's not even, you can even recruit the broken pirate. You can recruit basically all villages from that point on, so it's totally worth going to that point and slowing down from there. I mean, just for you, if you are wondering in which speed you should take the game. I mean, everybody of us plays these games absolutely differently. Number 9, summons are amazing, and they're amazing for almost every build. As you see there, I'm running here around with a Mesmer tablet, and since you can have a total of 3 summons just with the upgraded Mesmer tablet, why not? There are so many good summons in the game that I must say, whether you're playing a ranged, a melee, or a magic build, it doesn't matter. Having a couple of critters that are automatically doing damage for you is amazing, and you don't even need to spec too much into that. I would even go as far as saying that this passive form of summon support is really making the game a lot easier. If you're looking for challenges, if you think things are too easy, maybe you should switch off the summons. Jokes aside, I can't really recommend it, as the investment is relatively low. If you get these trinkets together, you have a lot of summons, and they're pretty powerful all on their own. That is something that helped me out a lot during the game. And last but not least, number 10, resilience is a must. Resilience is a stat which builds up a shield when you're doing damage with your own ways and means. Ranged weapons, magic weapons, melee weapons. You get those shields there. And they are temporary HP. You can't have these out of combat unless you have a certain trinket to help you out. And they are absolutely worth it. Because basically, that's life leech that's basically life leech. It's only usable during combat, but in a nutshell, it brings you the ability to heal up yourself while you're fighting. Against bosses, this is priceless, as it really opens up to tank much more hits, and some bosses have really annoying patterns that are super hard to dodge, and due to the very high healing potion cooldowns, it's really cool. It's really, really cool. So, that's that. I think I could go on for a much longer time. I just realized that on the potions segment, number 7, it should be mentioned that food is quite a similar thing. So, cook off. I really want to add that in as something that I kind of forgot. And yeah, thanks for watching. Drop me your comments down below. Let me know what you think should have been said as well, or if you have any questions, ask away. I'm eager to answer. Leave me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and check out the description box leading to various links and stuff for Necesse and about my channel. And I'd be very happy if you'd decide to support this channel. If my work is worth a dime for you, this makes me very, very happy, man. And many thanks for all of you who do, and many thanks for watching this video up until the very end. It really means a lot to me. See you all soon, and have fun.